In my memory, that was not commonplace. I'd never seen it again. I suppose if you went way to the south end of campus, around Ninth and High, you certainly didn't have to go all the way to King Avenue. And it was starting to get a little rough there. But it's from High Street all the way up to the railroad tracks, going up Chittenden and 15th and 18th. I mean, first you had the fraternity area, and then you just had nothing but student housing. I don't think too many townies lived. There's that block between 4th and the railroad tracks, but I don't think too many townies lived there. They were just all student housing. And going north, I mean, you're on the edge of Clintonville, so that was a pretty isolated incident. But what I do remember, I just now remembered, or talking about the Iron Kettle, that was just, I have no idea who owned it. Maybe the guy that hired me owned it, maybe he didn't, but that was just an example of, in that half-mile area from just north of Lane Avenue down to about 9th or 8th Avenue, there were dozens of shops. Some of them were like clothing shops, some of them were trinket shops, record shops, souvenir shops, things like that. It was all there on the strip, and for the most part on the east side of the strip, until you got to the end of campus. I think it was 11th, down by the law school. I remember there was a Chinese laundry in that block between 10th and 11th on the west side of High. Authentic Chinese laundry. And then across the street from that, the first or second date I had with Jeannie, we were staying at her friend's apartment off campus. It was called Buckeye Village. It was for married students. And we went to this donut shop that probably wasn't any more than 8 feet wide. There was just a storefront between two bigger storefronts down around Chittenden and High. Capital Donuts. I don't know, that's what a lot of people miss nowadays, because they talk about the suburbanization of High Street, which is true, and you got a Target there. Even like Long's and SBX, now Long's is Barnes and Noble, and there was just nothing approaching Barnes and Noble back then. It was Long's. Long's had all sorts of books. I mean, not just textbooks. Same way, SBX had the best poetry selection in the city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the guy that used to work at My Back Pages, Darryl Price, was a working poet himself. And when My Back Pages closed, he got a job at SBX, and he was in charge of the poetry. So, those are the old days. God, I'm old. Oh, I'm old.
So, you talked a little bit in a previous video about your first and second quarter at OSU.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sharon. Phone.
she may be upstairs.
They stopped. Did you set your timer? Is that what that was?
No, I think it was Jen calling. Anyway,
Talked about my first and second.